bit more cloud, it's a bit more
nice big old trees in there though.
That one there. Well, I guess I should welcome you back. Good afternoon. It is later in the day now. You've probably seen the video at the beginning. Me and Adam's been driving about endlessly, looking for areas of interest within these forests that we're driving through today. We're heading up these logging roads. Now, there's a lot of colour today. Some of the maples look great with those yellows and the oranges. The problem we're having is the area that we're in, it's really chaotic. We get fleeting light and then it's overcast and then we get sunshine, so it's a bit of a mixed bag today. Now, I did go out yesterday. I went over to Gabriola Island. I went over to the island with Adam's family. It was a great day out. They went round these art conventions over the island, and I stayed down by the coast and had a good ratch about the coast, so I really enjoyed my day. You know, Adam got to spend time with his family and I got some time exploring the coastline. Now, I didn't vlog it because it was rain and the weather was pretty poor, to be honest, but the area was amazing. We had all these taffany rocks and it was just amazing, the formations that you could find down that area, of course, so I really had a good day out. Now, if I got any of the images, I will put them on the screen above. So I've actually got a shot lined up finally. You know, we've been driving about and I've seen a shot that I like, and it's basically going to be a pano of some of these mossy trees that are being highlighted, being backlit by that light that is making its way in. So when those mosses are backlit, they make for a really nice, interesting image, nice and atmospheric. You'll be able to see the leaves are falling, the slightest of wind we get, so fall's well underway. We have started to lose some of those leaves already. But I'll talk you through the composition that I'm going to go for. Now, what I wanted I wanted this tree here because it's different to the others. You know, rather than lining 3 or 4 trees up, I actually just wanted one dominating tree. Now, because this tree is slightly bigger than the others and it's leaning over to the right hand side, I just found it a lot more interesting. It had a lot more character. And to frame the edges of the shot that I want to go for, I'm using this branch here to my right hand side that leads in. It comes in from the left hand side of the frame. And I'm also using part of this tree to my right hand side. So they're just simply going to frame the edges of the shot. And the main focus of interest is going to be this tree here. And I just like that slight lean that it's got on the tree. Bit of chaos going above my head there. So what I'm going to do is I'll put some video up now of the shot that I'm going to go for once we do get some light, and you'll be able to see how the scene will just come alive once those mosses are backlit. Simple image, simple composition. All we've got to wait for now is some of that light. So I tried that shot back there. Luckily we did get some more light, but it was short-lived. So I got the image as quick as I could and then headed back to the van. So you'll be able to see this logging road behind us. That's what we're doing. We're just continuing through this forest. Now some great trees, we're getting some nice colour there, some nice mosses on these branches of trees. Adam wanted to stop and pull over and check out this area to see if we can see a composition. Now it is, believe it or not, it's getting quite late in the day now, so I don't know if we're going to come across any more images before we lose that light. Now today's been a great example. You've got to put the work in, you don't always get images. So Adam's just up there, he's trying a composition that he wanted to try out. The wind has picked up, so we're going to just continue our journey up this part of the logging road, see where it takes us and see if we can come up, across any images before the day ends.
Just walking down the street, just talking. Just down the street, just walking.
Oh, that's where the house goes there, eh?
Yeah. But there used to be trees, you couldn't see the house. They cut them all down.
Well, we'll back out.
This is the old trail.
Yeah.
And then, see, it went down the hill there. Yeah, we can go down here. But see, it went down the hill here. But that goes through their property.
Well, good morning, and back out again. Now, as for yesterday, we really were struggling for compositions and images yesterday. So what we've done is we've came back out the following day. Now yesterday it did actually chuck it down with rain, so we had to call it a day. And we were going to camp overnight, but because of the rainfall, we just decided to head back to Adam's and grab a beer and have something to eat. So we've came out today and we're heading to a place called Triple Falls. So we're going to check out Triple Falls, see what it's like down here.
I hear water.
Water, sir.
Water.
So I'm coming further down to the lower falls now. The problem we're having at the minute, we're getting a lot of harsh light there. So luckily the river's shallow enough so I can get across. But I'm going to try and make my way over to get a different perspective on this lower waterfall. We are getting some highlights on the falls, but hopefully we get some cloud and it's going to get rid of some of those highlights that I don't like. Now the lower falls and the upper falls are the most interesting part of this triple fall area, so let's see what we can capture. So I've just got to find a composition. We are getting some cloud cover from time to time, and that's going to help with the highlights because the sun is coming up now, so it's creating highlights on the waterfall itself. So hopefully we just get some cloud cover. So I've made my way to the front of the falls, got the falls straight in front of us there. It looks really nice. Now, what I was saying to Adam before, when you've got waterfalls and they've got a large pool of water below them, for me it doesn't really work. So that's when I like to incorporate them as part of like a forest scene. You know, we've got all this fall colour today, so it'd be a shame not to utilise that and have the falls in the centre of the image. So what I've done is I've actually came across the water. You'll see me made my way across that bit of a stream there. There's loads of fall colour that's on the ground here, but the main attraction for me was for the root system at the base of this tree. It's got lots of vibrant green mosses on, lots of forms, lots of shapes. So I wanted to be able to incorporate that as part of the image and use it as a foreground. So you're going to have a nice foreground, you're going to have some of these leaves that have fallen, and then you're going to have a small section of water just before the falls, not too much. I wanted to close that gap so you don't have too much water before you get to the falls itself, and then your eyes are going to fall on the background on the waterfall. And then we've got some lovely trees with autumn colours with those fall colours just above, and I'm managing to keep the sky out of the shot as well, because that part of the forest, it does climb pretty high. Now the only problem I've got at the moment, we're getting some harsh light in the right hand side of the image. So what I've actually done is I've actually put a graduated filter, 0.6 grad in. I've put the polarizer on to take any glare off that water. I'm shooting at 24mm. Now I'm actually gonna focus stack it because I'm quite close to this immediate foreground. But it really is a nice waterfall, and the fact that we've got that fall colour, it's really nice contrast against the dark greens. We've got the white of the water, and then we've just got these lovely fall colours gracing the falls around the edges. So I've managed to frame the falls in the centre of the image, slightly off to the left, and then we're going to have all this interest in the foreground with the colours and the use of these roots and the mosses. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works out. Just got to wait for some of this harsh light that I'm getting in the right hand side of the image to go. But using this graduated filter has helped with a lot of that harsh light in the trees above. So you'll be able to see I'm actually at the upper falls now. We tried some shots down there at the lower falls. Now it looked really nice. We did get some cloud. We've got some cloud above now, but we are getting longer periods of those bright skies. And through the trees you're starting to get blue sky, so it doesn't make for good images. But I've came up to the upper falls. I'm going to see if there's a composition, see if there's an image I can find here. As spectacular as they are, there is that large, vast amount of water in the foreground that I don't like. Now, the lower falls, it was great. It meant I could incorporate some of the foreground. So what I've decided to go for, I'm actually going to do a wide shot. I'm going to take a shot first, and Adam's going to get in there. He's waiting to get in to take his shot. But what I really like about the scene is the colour beyond the falls. Today's all about the colour I'm finding. Now, the waterfall, it's just nice to make it part of the image. But the main attraction for me today is the colour, so that's what I'm after. Now you'll notice behind us we've got the water, but we've also got some of the fall leaves that have fallen onto the top of the water, and there's bubbles there. Now I had two choices. I could do a long shutter speed and get some swirly patterns in the water itself, but because we've got so much fall colour in the background there, I think it's really nice if you can still see that the leaves on the top of the water, and there's some nice contrast between the leaves and the white bubbles themselves. But I'm sure Adam's going to do a long exposure and create those swirls that he likes so much. He loves to create a swirl.
I like a chocolate swirl.
He likes a chocolate swirl. Right, you'll be able to see by my face, there's a lot of sunlight now. The waterfall's pretty much blown out. Adam's complaining because he's got holes in his wellies. But I told him buy cheap, buy twice.
Well, these are what?
Buy cheap, buy twice.
They're not cheap. These are like $200 boots.
So Adam's gonna have to buy some new boots.
No, I'm going to send these back and they can send me a bloody new pair as a replacement. This is a replacement pair.
So it is going to be the end to today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been an absolute blast spending time with Adam over on Vancouver Island. We've got loads to explore over the last few days. Now, yesterday it was a bit of a struggle. We weren't really coming across much, but we still had fun, eh?
Oh,
Still
yeah,
enjoyed it.
Great. Bit of a long drive though. We got a camp there and then it started pouring rain and I don't know.
Yeah, the weather turned pretty nasty as the day went on.
I think I prefer this area to yesterday.
Yeah, today's been great. This location that has brought us today, Triple Falls, it really has been great. Now, it's been nice to try different compositions. I've seen photos of Adam's before in the past. So I was trying to make sure that I put my own stamp on it and tried different images, different compositions.
That's not what I saw. I saw you lurking around in the back. What's he doing?
So if you've enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. And I hope you join us for another video soon. But I just want to thank Adam for inviting us over yet again.
Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm having trouble finding friends these days.
So you maybe see us back more in the future, but for today that's going to be it. So don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Go and check out Adam's channel. I'm sure he's got some amazing images from the last few days out. But from me and Triple Falls,
I guess this is pointing us away from your crotch, eh?
and Mr. Adam Gibbs, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.
This is pointing in your crotch.